Ladies and gents, thank you for joining me for another reaction on this channel. I apologize if my voice is a little bit more thick today. I've been sick for the past few days, but today I feel kind of better and I decided to do a reaction video after some time. For those following the channel or who know my content and know a little bit about me, so you might know that power metal is one of my favorite genres. Now yes, there is some terrible and cheesy, super cheesy power metal, and the cheese is not the problem. It can be cheesy and good, but yeah, there are some very generic power metal bands and songs and albums that I really cannot stand. But in my view, when you find that great power metal album, it's some of the best music you can ever find, in my view at least. I'm not gonna be reacting to anything super famous because although I don't know all the power metal bands, but I know most, I would say, of the best bands or the best albums, even those which are not famous. So apart from the Stradivariuses, the Halloween, Sonata Arcticas, Hammerfalls, Rhapsody of Fire or Rhapsody, to the less known bands or even a little bit underground bands, like I love some of my favorite power metal albums are by bands like Pyramaze, their first two albums, Twilightning, their debut album, Lost Horizon, their two albums, Angra, well, Angra are more famous, but you know, and a lot of other bands which I really like and which are not famous. However, there are still some bands which I haven't discovered from Europe and from outside of Europe as well. And today I want to react to a Swedish power metal band called NORTHTALE. Now, how did I get to know about NORTHTALE? You might know the band Twilight Force. I was checking Twilight Force's debut album Tales of Ancient Prophecies, and it's my favorite Twilight Force album. I haven't heard the last one, At the Heart of Winter Veil, with their new singer. The new singer joined in the previous album, Dawn of the Dragon Star. But I really didn't like Heroes of Might and Magic that much. I need to listen to it more. You know, I haven't listened to it that much. Dawn of the Dragon Star has some good moments, but Tales of Ancient Prophecies is really a great album. I would say it's one of the very good, if not some of the best power metal albums. And one of the reasons, of course, apart from the great solos and the songwriting and the epic, you know, melodies, is Christian Eriksen's vocals. I was really impressed and I didn't appreciate his vocals that much before. I decided to check what other projects he's been on. So after he left Twilight Force, after the Heroes of Might and Magic, the second album, he created the band NORTHTALE, and their debut album is called Welcome to Paradise. Then he left the band and apparently he created another band. Well, from what I read, he wanted to retire, but then he decided to create another band. It's called Final Strike, and they have one album released. It's called Fighting Pieces. I haven't heard it, so I might check it out. Let me know if anyone knows it and if there are any decent songs. But today I want to react to a song from Welcome to Paradise, because on the second album from NORTHTALE, he wasn't there. There was another singer. So at the moment there is Guilherme Hirose. I don't know him. And he sings on Eternal Flame, their second album. Now I was checking which songs to react to. And the song which people in reviews and in comments mentioned is the second track, Higher, and Time to Rise, track number 5. But different people had different picks, but those came up like more often. So I want to react to Higher, and we'll see. Maybe I'll also react to Time to Rise. We'll see. NORTHTALE seems like small supergroup because you have Jimmy Pitts on keyboards, who played with Eternity's End. That's a very technical power metal band from Germany. And then you have Nuiton Rodriguez Filo, who played with Udo, played with John Elvis Payne, Circle to Circle, Power Quest. Then you have Patrick Johansson, who played with Yngwie Malmsteen, Impletary as well, and some other bands. Bassist, it seems he played only in NORTHTALE. So it's kind of like members who are established in the scene. So yeah, let's not delay and let's jump into Higher by NORTHTALE. Alright, let's discover great power metal. The Dragon. Oh, that's what I hear. Yeah, this is the typical power metal sound. Reminds me of... This part reminds me of Masterplan, like Masterplan's debut a lot. Actually, it reminds me of exactly the track Sail On by Masterplan, which is not a bad thing. Reminds me also of Stradivarius and, you know, this vibe, which is great. I love this style. Let's continue. Those typical power metal transitions. Like it's nothing new, but I like it. I don't get bored of it. Not yet. The vocals are really clear and nice, and they sound a bit different than when he was in Twilight Force. Clearer, because in Twilight Force you have a lot of orchestration and things going on. Here it's more of that pure power metal sound, with the keyboards like playing along the melodies with the guitar, like the Stradivarius style, or the German power metal style. But in Twilight Force it was more like Rhapsody or more symphonic. So here his voice is shining more. You can hear it more. It's clearer in the mix. So that guitar riff and that break, it was panned on the left. It's nice. Yeah, like it happens often in metal music, you know, when there's a break and then the other instruments are playing on the other side or in the middle, gives that impact more. So that's Bill Hudson on guitar. I don't know him that much. I don't know him at all, actually. The keyboard. Yeah, that. Damn, that was nice. The scream and that solo section is really nice. Some shredding there. Like it's a typical neoclassical shredding with some nice licks thrown here and there in between. But it's really nice, and that rhythm in the back, more like a neoclassical, scale. It's really cool. It's really cool. This solo section pushed the song to me like a step higher. Like it was a very solid so far power metal song, but nothing groundbreaking, similar to a lot of good tracks I've heard. But the solo pushed it, above the average, good average level to like a better power metal song. Let's check the lyrics before the song ends. Although I'm reading the lyrics, but let me just read them properly. Concentrate on them. Let's see. It's like I see typical power metal words like the flame, higher, blah blah blah. It is time that we all see what we have done wrong. It is time to seal our destiny. I do believe this is falling apart from the trail that's in our ancestry. Waiting for a chance to reunite our lives, waiting for a chance to fly and do what is divine. Yeah, divine, fly, chance, reunite, This is typical. I love it. I love it. Like it might be cheesy to some, might be cliche, typical, repetitive, but I just like it. I'm not saying I don't like innovation and improvements, but I don't mind it. Will we ever see what we've become? Will we be the ones to take things higher? Will we ever be the way we want, rising all into a bright tomorrow? Yeah, like it's like, always like, let's stop the bad, the hate, and let's do the good stuff. Let's improve. Let's go to the light. That's power metal usually, not always, but usually. Treasure the things that's important in life. Don't let anyone lead you astray. Corruption is ruling the will of the mass. Rise above and keep the flame alive. Yeah, pretty typical and straightforward point, which is not bad. Not like anything groundbreaking or wow, like I'm so into the lyrics, but it's not bad. It fits the song and the vibe. Yeah. All right. Let's continue. I scream. All right. Before I give my thoughts, let's listen to that last part of the solo and the scream. I really liked it. The guitar riff in the back is also really nice. A little bit bluesy here. The keyboard is really nice. Who's playing the keyboard? Is it like a session musician? This is really nice. Woohoo! All right. All right. That was a solid song. Yeah, playlist. Let's add it. Playlist. I'm missing some new power metal songs in the playlist, so it's a great addition. And what do you say? We do another react. I really like the song. Like the vocals are great. I know some people might say, "Yeah, this is the typical power metal vocals," but this is on a good side. Like really high, clear, very well executed. It's not like it's not the average power metal vocals. It's like the better power metal vocals. Like some of the best, I would say. Those screams are great. And the solo, the instrumentation is great, the production is great. That's how I like my power metal, even if it's like not groundbreaking, but I love it. So yeah, this is playlist. And what do you say we check another song? Let's check, because I really liked it. Let's check the other song which seemed to be liked by a lot of people, and that's Time to Rise. I think I saw a live video when I was searching their songs. I haven't listened to it yet, but I saw, yeah, Time to Rise live in Tokyo. So let's do that one, and I'll see the band as well. Let's do 4 minutes. Okay, it's not that long. Perfect. Let's do Time to Rise.
This, my friends, is Time to Rise!
So it's a live recording. Official live video. Okay, wow. Great. Because sometimes you have bands like they put the live video, but they put the studio recording on top of it. But this seems to be like the live version. Yeah, it's live. Like that. Trrr, trrr, ch. He sounds really great live. I think this is the live recording. This is not the studio over the live video. He sounds really good, and yeah, no miss. I can't hear any like bad notes there. The whole band sounds great. I think the guitarist is playing a Fender Stratocaster. Makes sense why it sounds a bit like Yngwie Malmsteen. That's cool. Let's continue. Then I want to compare the studio recording just to see how different it is.
It's time to break the trust that is lurked in you. Believe in what you are. Ignition. T minus 3, 2, 1. From the ashes of life to the eternal sky, we are leaving today.
The double pedal, double bass drum. Tapping. Woo! Wow. Tasty solo. That's a tasty guitar solo. Let's check it one more time. Lot of legatos, some sweep picking towards the end, and at the beginning there was a lot of tapping. Really nice guitar solo. Really good guitarist. So is that who's that, by the way? So that's it seems it's Newton Rodriguez Filo. I don't know him. I don't think I know him. Oh, so he's Bill Hudson. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, let's go back to see Bill if he wants to be called Bill Hudson. Let's see Bill Hudson's solo again. And that part where the double bass started, like those chops came in, that was really great. Those are the typical power metal riffs. Even like in my original songs, I use a lot of that style. I just like it. It's so nice. Uh, might become a little bit repetitive when you have a lot of riffs like that from different bands, but I really like it. And it's really common in power metal. I like that chromatic run there. Some kind of, I think, bluesy and chromatic somehow. I really like it in the middle of that neoclassical and tapping style. It gives a little bit of different taste. This is also bluesy here. Like that. Sweet. Now, when I think about it, the vocals in this song remind me a lot of Hammerfall, and he's from Sweden. Hammerfall are, the oldest and biggest power metal band from Sweden. Well, I'm not sure if the biggest at the moment. You have Sabaton, you have a lot of different bands, but like one of the most famous coming from Sweden. And the singing style, the ending of the vocal lines reminds me a lot of Joachim Kant's vocals, which is not bad. Great guitar playing, the drums, the whole band is really tight. Wow. I really don't regret checking this band and song. Two great songs. This is also playlist. This is not sure if it's better. I like the vocals a little bit more, the screams and stuff in the first song, but the instrumentation, the solo and everything, well, that one had a great solo as well. But maybe this one is slightly more like fun and interesting, but both are really good songs. Yeah, let me just check the lyrics. Let's see what they're talking about here. When you look upon your life and the memories are all you can see, they're eating you alive. Well, you can run, but you can't hide. It is hard, but you can never give in and believe those wicked lies. Ignition in D minus. 3, 2, 1. It's time to rise. From the ashes of light to the eternal sky, we are leaving today. It's time to rise. Never doubt who you are. Don't let it get to your heart. Let me show you the way. All those times you've been alone, all those nights you thought the Reaper was near and it chilled you to the bone. From where I can see it now, it is time to break the curse that is lurking you. That is lurking you. Is that proper English? But anyway, and believe in what you are. From the ashes of light to the eternal sky, we are leaving today. Never doubt who you are. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, getting rid of that bad time of your life, of bad memories, and rising again from the ashes. That's why it's time to rise, and be the better version of yourself. That's what I understand. Also straightforward, common theme in the power metal genre, but it's really nice as well. Like, it's not bad. Not groundbreaking, not like so poetic or written in a so wow amazing way, but not bad and not like super cheesy. It has a message there, which is important, and it fits. The melodies, the singing fits the song. All right. So before we end, I want to just listen to the studio recording of Time to Rise. I just want to compare. Is it that much different? I won't check the whole song. I'll just check a few sections just to compare. So I hear those. I didn't hear it in the live version that much. I'm sure he was doing it, but it's not so clear like in a studio version.
When you look up on your life and the memories are all you can see, they're eating you alive. Well, you can run, but you can't hide. It is hard, but you can never give in and believe those wicked lies. Ignition in T minus 3, 2, 1. From the ashes of life to the eternal sky, we are living today. Never doubt who you are, don't let it get to your heart. Let me show you the way.
Let's hear that solo section. Okay, it's not a huge difference. Um, some things are clearer here, like the drums, the riffing. It's cleaner overall, still it's live versus studio. But the solo, I like the solo, like the sound, maybe because I was, visually looking at it. Um, I enjoyed the solo more in the live version than in this version, ironically. But as a production, as a whole song, and it's not a huge difference, almost the same, but maybe this one is a little bit cleaner, it's a studio version. All right. Great songs. Both are in the playlist. And let me know what other songs you like from their debut Welcome to Paradise and also from Eternal Flame, because I read that even some people prefer that album over the debut, which means it should be a pretty good album. So let me know. And I'll consider doing a reaction. I hope you did enjoy this reaction, and I appreciate that you took the time to join me. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, really helps the channel. Also, again, the t-shirts available down. I'll put the links below. Grab your t-shirt now and stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.